North Korean media broadcast to the world a dramatic change in its leadership with photos depicting the arrest of Jang Song-taek. The Korean Railroad Corporation's labor union is on strike. Saemal and Mugunghwa train capacity is down by 30%. And Korean consumers' overseas spending hit an all-time high in the third quarter of the year, but could this trend undermine domestic consumption? Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Tuesday, December 10th. I'm Luke Clary. In a virtually unprecedented move, North Korean media broadcast photos depicting the arrest of ousted politician Jang Song-taek, Kim Jong-un's powerful uncle. The regime appears to be letting the world know about this dramatic change in leadership.
조선노동당 중앙위원회 정치국 확대 회의에 관한 보도.
This was yesterday's broadcast from the North Korean Workers' Party meeting held in Pyongyang. With several photos of the meeting appearing on screen, the announcer said that the party expelled Jang Song-taek.
장 성택을 모든 직무에서 해임하고 일체 칭호를 박탈하며 우리 당에서 출당 제명시킬 데 대한 당중앙위원회 정치국 결정서가 채택되었다.
Jang can be seen getting up and stooping slightly when two security guards in military uniforms approach him. They then escort him out of the conference room with Jang complying quietly, his head hanging low.
장 성택을 제거하고 그 일당을 숙청함으로써 당 안에 새로 싹트는 위험천만한 분파적 행동에 결정적인 타격을 안기었다.
The footage also shows North Korean Premier Park Bong-ju, one of the more reformed politicians, criticizing Jang harshly. It's very rare for North Korea to disclose the scene of arrest of a high-ranking government official on national television. The regime apparently wants the whole world to know about the demise of one of its key figures.
The Union of the Korea Railroad Corporation began a labor strike on Monday. This has reduced Saemal and Mugunghwa train services by more than 30%.
At Seoul Station, the platforms are not busy. Some people leave the station to use other means of public transportation as the operation of trains has been disrupted. A total of 4,300 union members is participating in the strike. They are protesting the government's plan to give a private company the right to operate a separate service using bullet trains. Korail said 37% of its employees were participating in the demonstration. The strike brought two-thirds of cargo trains to a halt. More than 30% of the Saemal and Mugunghwa train operations were shut down. Korail mobilized 6,000 employees and soldiers to replace the duties of the protesting workers. Transportation authorities extended the operation of buses by an hour.
전동열차라든지 통근열차들이 100% 정상 운행을 할 수 있게 심혈을 기울이고 있습니다.
The railway operator says that the labor union's call has stepped far beyond the line of union activities and that it is not up for negotiations. The company sued 194 officials of the labor union. The railway company canceled the duty assignments of all the union members participating in the strike from their posts. The Korean Public and Social Services and Transportation Workers Union has refused to provide alternative transportation services. The labor union for Seoul subway employees will also launch a strike from December 18th to support the protesting railway workers.
The U.S. National Transportation Safety Board is slated to hold its first public hearings on the crash landing of Asiana Flight 214 in San Francisco last July. Expect a heated debate between Asiana and the NTSB.
The Asiana Airlines Flight 214 tragedy left 3 people dead and more than 180 others wounded. The first public hearing on the jet crash will be held at the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board on Tuesday and Wednesday. Officials from Asiana Airlines, Boeing, and the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration will appear as witnesses during the hearings. On the first day, the hearing will focus on the Boeing 777 model's design features and the Asiana Airlines pilot training program. The company is doing its utmost to prevent any conclusions suggesting that the crash was caused by its pilot. However, the U.S. media is not looking at Asiana favorably. The Wall Street Journal reported that the NTSB has tentatively concluded the accident occurred because of the pilot's misunderstanding of the autopilot and autothrottle systems. It claimed that the NTSB will focus its questions on these matters.
A zoo trainer who was mauled by an escaped tiger has succumbed to his wounds. His death has brought attention to a disturbing trend of animal escapes at the Seoul Zoo, which seem to occur once every 2 to 3 years.
A gorilla escapes from its enclosure, rummages through trash, and roams the zoo grounds before it gets caught. A similar incident happened at the Seoul Zoo in March 2007. A female gorilla escaped after pushing away a zookeeper who had just entered her enclosure. The animal was caught after a 200-meter chase. An American tapir, which is an endangered species, also escaped the zoo in June last year and was caught at Mount Cheonggae. All of the 3 doors were open at the time, making it easy for the animal to run outside. The whereabouts of another endangered animal, a goral, that escaped in 2003 are still unknown. All these incidents occurred either because the locks were too old or because the zookeepers didn't follow the proper procedures. But the zoo authority failed to take measures despite the frequent animal escapes.
안전점검을 진단을 한번 해보고 그리고 거기에 대한 근본적인 문제점을 찾아서 시민위원들과 같이 좀 변화시켜 나가는
11 incidents of animal escapes were reported over the past 30 years. In other words, animals escape the zoo once every 2 or 3 years. Only 3 of the incidents were disclosed to the public so far because the police was involved. Meanwhile, of the remaining cases, the missing animals have yet to be found.
Korean consumers' overseas spending hit an all-time high in the third quarter of the year with the rise of international travel and shopping online at overseas stores. But could this trend undermine domestic consumption?
This homemaker buys clothes and health supplements for her 4-year-old child mainly on U.S. online shopping sites. They cost half as much as in Korea thanks to generous discounts. According to a domestic credit card company, the amount of direct overseas purchases of its clients reached $199 million as of November this year, surging 35% year-on-year. The overall credit card purchases spent nationwide on such items is estimated to exceed $949 million. As more Koreans travel abroad these days, overseas spending in the third quarter of this year hit an all-time high of over $6 billion. But unlike domestic spending, overseas spending does not result in growing sales and production, which in turn can help create jobs and expand household income.
해외 소비가 증가하는 것만큼 국내 소비가 줄어들 수밖에 없고요. 결국 매출이 줄어들면서 고용과 생산도 줄어들지 않을까 우려됩니다.
To encourage consumers to spend in Korea, distributors must work harder to lower the prices of merchandise sold across the nation. It's also necessary to promote Korea's online market to make consumers abroad, like China and Southeast Asian countries, buy Korean products.
High school education in Korea is known for an almost militant focus on college entrance exams. In this battle, the surprising first casualty is the high school textbook.
Textbooks are scattered all over the classroom. Some are just tossed on top of a radiator. Some new textbooks are even thrown away in the trash. Students even go off and sell them to used bookstores.
책 엄청 많이 모아가지고 한 10kg 정도를 10,000원에 받았었던 거.
We took a look inside a student's backpack. It was full of workbooks, but no textbooks. Most high schools have no use for textbooks since their classes are geared toward college admissions starting from the 11th grade.
수능 EBS 연구율이 EBS 교재가 70%가 넘는 상황에서 교과서 갖고만 다루기에는 학생들이 수능에 적응하기 어려움이 많습니다.
However, Korea's Elementary and Secondary Education Act mandates that textbooks be used in class. Therefore, high school students are forced to spend an average of $76 per person on them. That's more than $95 million nationwide. Korea's peculiar education practices are turning new textbooks into piles of waste.
A number of musicians in the indie scene are distributing their albums on cassette tape. It may seem outdated in a digital world, but as you'll soon discover, tapes can make economic sense.
This underground band has been playing music in the Hongdae neighborhood for 5 years now. These musicians record their songs not on CDs, but rather on cassette tapes.
가장 쉽게 녹음할 수 있는 방법이기도 하고 또 어떤 유통업체라던가 다른 어떤 기획사나 이런 힘을 거치지 않고 스스로 앨범을 낼 수 있는 방법이 테이프라서.
Indie bands have produced more than 50 albums on cassettes this year. Such tapes are sold at their concerts or online sites. They prefer cassette tapes for economic reasons. Producing an album on a CD costs several $1,000s, and online music sites give musicians only about 5 cents per download. On the other hand, it only takes a little over $100 to make albums on cassette tapes.
이 앨범 내는데 저희가 요게 300장을 찍었거든요. 요게 그래서 15만 원 들었고 이런 앨범을 저는 좀 자주 내고 싶은 게 있거든요.
Thanks to the recent retro craze, cassette tapes are offering hope to cash-strapped indie bands looking for ways to publicize their music.
Fermented paste that can be used to make sauces, soups, and stews are a signature of Korean cuisine. Many households have reignited the tradition of making their own. Here's more. The first record on fermented paste and sauces can be found in the book Samguk Sagi, or The History of the Three Kingdoms. The book says that in 638 AD, the queen was served soy sauce and a soybean paste called doenjang. Over many centuries, fermented paste became an indispensable element of Korean cuisine. Let's learn more about the secrets and the benefits of Korea's fermented pastes and sauces. High-quality ingredients are the #1 factor when it comes to making fermented paste. This city's bean festival is in full swing. Rich in protein, beans that are fermented are better absorbed by the body by as much as 20%. Here's a look into how to choose the right beans.
윤기가 나고 단단하고 이게 눈을 딱 봤을 때 크기가 일정하고 깨끗한 콩이 1등 콩이라고 봅니다.
Now it's time to make the paste. Chae Bong-soon has been making her own traditional fermented paste for 10 years now. She makes more than 200 jars in one go because she loves its profound and pungent taste.
짠맛도 나고 구수한 맛도 나고 단맛도 나고 입에 땡기는 감칠맛.
The soybean paste doenjang and soy sauce are made with dried fermented soybeans called meju, the key to the savory taste.
장은 콩의 단백질에 바실러스 균에 의해서 발효가 되면서 그 아미노산이 많이 만들어지는데 바로 이 아미노산 맛이 독특한 향과 감칠맛을 내는 이제 주물질입니다.
Here's how to make a fermented soybean paste. First, soak the soybeans for about 10 hours. Then cook them.
콩이 다 삶아지면 색깔이 이렇게 진해져요, 황금색으로. 그리고 손으로 만져보면은 말랑말랑.
Even children enjoy the soft taste of the beans after they're cooked. Next, grind the beans thoroughly and put them into molds. Press them hard to remove the air.
비에 젖은 진흙탕을 밟는 느낌이 들어요.
Pressing the meju also helps prevent bacteria from permeating. But that's not all. Now it's time to ferment the dried meju along with the rice straw for several months in order to make the paste. If you pour some salt water onto the dried bean bricks, they will become doenjang. The water will become soy sauce. Thick soybean stew served with rice has an allure, even with children.
고소하면서 짠맛이 나는데요. 중독성이 심해요.
Traditional Korean bean paste are easy to digest.
소화작용을 용이하게 해주는 유산균들이 참 많습니다. 청국장 같은 경우에는 1g당 1억 개 이상의 유산균을 가지고 있기 때문에 일반 유산균 음료보다도 훨씬 더 많은 유산균을 가지고 있습니다.
Here's how to make another fermented bean paste called changgukjang. First, cook the beans until they become very soft. Then ferment them at a temperature of 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. Put 3 plastic bottles filled with hot water in a styrofoam box and pour in the cooked beans. Bacteria contained in the rice straw promotes fermentation. If you can't find it anywhere, add some cheonggukjang powder sold in stores. Now cover the lid to prevent the smell from leaking out. 3 days later, the beans will become darker in color and will have lots of sticky brown strings, which means your cheonggukjang is ready. For many centuries, traditional fermented paste have helped Koreans stay healthy and remain a staple of Korean food to this day. Now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. We'll see you at the same time tomorrow. Have a great day.